Okay, let's look at the homework 3.4, 3.5, problem number 12. Alright, so f of x is given, it's a polynomial of degree 4, so 2x to the fourth minus 4x squared plus 1. And we want to find all these things. Alright, so let's do that. Alright, first one is find the derivative. So this one's cake, right? So part A. So if you take the derivative of f with respect to x, you will get, right? So you have 2, so put 4 in front. So 2 times 4 is 8. X to the, subtract 1 from the power, so it's going to be cubed. And put 2 in front, so it's negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. X to the, subtract 1 from the power, is going to be 1. 2 minus 1. Derivative of constant is 0. So this is it, right? So let's type it in. Right, so this is 8x cubed minus 8x. All right, let's check that. All right, so we got part A. So let's do part B. So at x equals negative 4, slope of the graph is, right? So derivative tells you about the slope of the tangent line or slope of the graph. All you really have to do is evaluate the derivative at negative 4. All right, so you have 8 times, right, negative 4 cubed minus 8 times negative 4. Alright, so that's what, so it's a negative 4 cubed is negative 64. Negative 64 times 8. Right, 4 times 8 is 32. And 6 times 8 is 48. So 512 with a negative sign. So it's a negative 512, right? Then you are adding 32, right? So it's going to be negative, so 2 minus 2 is 0, and let's see, borrow 178, so it's negative 480, right? So let's type it in. All right, check the answer. All right, we got that. All right, next question is at x equals negative 4, equation of the tangent line is, so let's look for that and see. All right, so we need to find 2 pieces of information. One is a point. We usually call it x1 comma y1, right? x1 is given, so it's negative 4, right? Then we just need to find the corresponding y1. So y1 is equal to f of negative 4, right? Which is equal to, right? So we just need to find the f of negative 4, which is, let's see, I'll do it over here. F of negative 4 would be, so you have to use the original function. So it's a 2 times negative 4 to the 4th power, it's kind of a big number, minus 4 times negative 4 squared plus 1, right? So let's see, negative 4 to the 4th is going to be 16 times 16, so that's going to be 256, right? 256 times 2 is 512, right? Minus, right? So you have negative 4 squared, so it's going to be 64 plus 1. So that's going to be, let's see, 12 minus 4 is 8, and 50 minus 6 is 44, right? And plus 1, so it's a 449, right? So you have negative 4 comma 449. right? Then we need to find the slope, which already found in part B. So m is going to be equal to negative 480, right? So the equation is going to be, you can use the point slope form. So y minus y1 is 449 is equal to m is negative 480, and x minus x1 is negative 4. So can I put the plus 4 there, right? And we can just distribute negative 480 to x, so you get negative 480x, right? Then distribute the negative 480 to 4, so it's going to be negative, so 0, right? 4 times 8 is 32, and 4 times 4 is 16, so it's a 1 9, right? Then all you really have to do is add the 449 to both sides. Right, so that gives you y equals negative 480x, right? And you're adding 440 there, so it's going to be negative, and 0 minus 1 and 9 is 1, and 6 plus 1 is 7, and 18 minus 4 is 14, right? So that's the equation. So let's type it in. All right, so the equation was negative 480x minus 1471. All right, so let's check. All right, we got that. All right, it says that the tangent line is horizontal at, okay, so, all right, so part D, all right, horizontal tangent line means that the slope is going to be equal to 0, but the slope is can be found by looking at the derivative. So we need to set the derivative, which we found 8x cubed minus 8x. Right, we can factor this out actually. 8x is in common. Alright, if you factor 8x from here, so you have x squared, and 8x from here, negative 1. We can factor this out too, so you have 8x, and we can write x squared minus 1 as quantity x plus 1 times x minus 1. Right? So if you set that equal to 0, you see that x is either 0, right, or negative 1, or plus 1, right? So let's type it in. All right, it's going to be, right, negative 1 or 0 or positive 1. All right, let's check the answer. All right, that's that. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.